Hayden by day, but by the evening, I'm known as Gallo. But not before 8:30 because that is my bedtime. Gallo is a creative, resourceful, helpful, crime-fighting superhero. He recently took on this new group of villains called the Mischievous Pilgrim Association, aka the MPXers. Oh. Okay. He keeps his identity a secret, and no one knows who he is. And the MPXers have no idea who he was. I will now tell you a little bit of a story about Gallo and the MPXers. Okay, so the radio goes off. Code red, code red. There's a problem. All units. 968 Mishowisho Street. Gallo hears there's mischief in the city, so he races down with his car, his weapons, and his costume. He gets down, he watches from a distance and sees the one and only Dr. Confusion. Gallo went straight into battle, not knowing anything about him and completely knowing it. Dr. Confusion was surprised and confused at the sight of Gallo. But luckily, Gallo did not have too much trouble to defeat Dr. Confusion because he was the weaker link of the group. It was a long battle, and after 3 minutes and 43 seconds, he was dead. And from that, Gallo learned the power of reading comprehension. Even though he did not master the power, he got a better understanding of it. My artifact for reading comprehension is Socratic circles. In Socratic circles, we have to read a book, then understand the text, remember the text, and then be able to reflect back on the text. Before I started Socratic circles, I would always read and then forget what I read. But now, during the circle, I have become one of the bigger talkers and even a good leader. Even though I still forget some things that happened in the book, I have definitely gotten better at reading comprehension. Some of the books that we have to read for our Socratic circles is Purple Hibiscus and Forgotten Fire. Even though I still forget some things that happened, I still remember. I now remember much more. That's it. The next day, Gallo decided to use one of his strongest power, and it was the power of research. He realized that it was a bad idea to go into the next battle not knowing anything and doing the same thing he did with Dr. Confusion because he knew that the next enemy would not be as easy as Dr. Confusion. He went to his trusty laptop and used some of the best things like databases, .orgs, Google, and especially Wikipedia. Gallo found out that there were 3 more enemies. The twins, Mr. Messy, and the one and only Mr. Mischievous, the leader of the group. He is now more prepared for the next battle to come because he did his research. The next battle came. It was against Mr. Mischievous. The reason why Mr. Mischievous was the leader of the group was because he had very little weaknesses. But since Gallo did his research, he knew that the weakness was the power of kind, loving words. And that's exactly how he was able to defeat him. With kind, loving words. My artifact. Oh, and saves the city once again. My artifact for research is the chemistry and project. The reason why I picked this for research is because we had to do so much research for this. We had to write a paper, we had to make our own art piece, and we had to present. We had to know a lot about our element, and we had to write a super long essay and make our own unique art piece. And I think one of the art piece was also a hard part just because with the information that we had, we kind of had to research a little bit more on what kind of art piece we could make with the research that we had. And the next hardest part was answering questions that people had during our presentation because we have to have enough research to realize what they were going to ask him. Since I had enough research, I was prepared for the questions that people asked. The radio goes off again. Code black, code black. There's mischief on 9483 Ugazawa Street. He races down there and sees the twins. So he thinks to himself, I'm strong enough to defeat them on my own. Little did he know that they are way too strong for him and can defeat them by themselves. He goes straight into battle and gets punched right away. So he calls upon some of his friends, Jesus and Goku. Together, they're able to fight off the twins and defeat them once more. They did not stand a chance against them. Thanks to teamwork with the help of Jesus and Goku, they were able to defeat the twins once again. My artifact for teamwork is the trebuchets. The reason why teamwork is good is because whenever I try to do stuff on my own, I usually end up breaking the dowels and our thing will just break. And when I try to put the axle in by myself, our whole trebuchet broke. So I realized that with teamwork, we were able to put the whole thing back together and finish it. Cal realized the only reason why he was able to defeat the twins was because he used teamwork, and he realized that he had a bigger advantage with it. As he awaited his next battle, 11 minutes later, it came. The radio goes off again. Code green, 489th Street, Longing Street. It was against Mr. Messi. He runs to his car, and then realizes he forgot his keys. And then runs for his keys, and then realizes he forgot, and then realizes he forgot his weapons. So he runs back for his weapons, and then runs back to his car, and then realizes he forgot his costume, and then runs back to his car. And then 15 minutes later, he's off to go see the twins. After, when he gets down there, Mr. Messi has already robbed the bank and is already on the run with all the money. But luckily, he got there just in time to defeat him. From this, he learned organization. My artifact for organization was an imperialism project. For this project, we weren't very organized in the beginning. Like, we kind of just drew all our stuff and then just kind of like left it. And then it wasn't until the end where we really organized it. So, and then by the time it was time for the due date to learn, we were like scrambling because nothing was organized and we had so many pieces that we didn't know what to do with it. But luckily, we got it in on time. As Dallo was laying there, he realized that since he was rushing for the last battle, he forgot his mask. And while he watched on the news, he found out that the security cameras caught him and that everyone knew who he was now. That was a bad thing because the reason why he didn't want to get caught was because he was a bad public speaker. And now he had to go to this huge event in front of the whole city and talk to them about what he did. But luckily, he practiced and practiced until he was able to be a good speaker. For that, he learned public speaking. My artifact for public speaking was the debates because I wasn't very good at public speaking in the beginning, but I practiced and practiced and practiced until I was able to do it. And at that time, we actually did really good at it. He defeated a lot of the enemies along the way, and thanks to teamwork, he did good. From this, he learned reading comprehension, research, teamwork, organization, public speaking,